last thing. Who's the better pilot? You or me?
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
Who would Maverick be without Iceman? What would have happened to Wyatt Earp if Doc Holliday wouldn't have dueled Johnny Ringo? I shudder to think. We lost one of the great ones, Val Kilmer. He made us laugh, he entertained us, and he's left a legacy of cult classics behind. I want to take this time to honor his legacy by going over the 5 greatest Val Kilmer movies of all time. In the number 5 spot is the 2005 Shane Black film, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That's European slang for spy movie. He's a private dick that teams up with Robert Downey Jr. to solve a murder mystery. Kilmer's comedic range is akin to Gene Wilder playing it straight. Not like some silly B-list slapstick comedian. I'm looking at you, Seth Rogen. He has great timing, great lines, and a commanding presence. Here's one of my favorite lines from the film.
Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
Picture me?
No! The definition of the word idiot.
Get your psychedelics ready. We're going deep with number 4. He plays one of the most iconic lead vocalists of our time in this 1991 documentary, The Doors. This Oliver Stone story follows the life of Jim Morrison from his time as a film student in LA to his death in Paris. Kilmer delivers an uncanny portrayal of Morrison that even uses his vocals.
I'm the Lizard King! I can do anything!
Yeah, you are, man. Yeah, you are. Number 3 has one of the most visually complex and well-orchestrated gunfights in cinematic history. The iconic dueling scene with Pacino and De Niro at the diner. And of course, it has Val. Heat. This 1995 film by Michael Mann is one that any fan of heist movies needs to own. Here's a little bit of Kilmer giving the good guys a little what for. He's cold, calculated, and gunning for the protagonist of the next film. Coming in at number 2 is Top Gun. Get ready to enter the danger zone. This 1986 film, directed by Tony Scott, features a more mature and dramatic Kilmer as he fights for dominance against the greatest naval aviators in the world. Watch as the two frontrunners collide.
What's your problem, Kazansky?
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
That's right. Nice. Man, I am dangerous.
Number 1 is Kilmer's greatest role. He plays the lunger and lightning-fast gunslinger Doc Holliday in arguably the greatest Western of all time. The film is Tombstone, as deadly with iron as he is with his insults. All hail the deadliest dentist in the West.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
This honorable mention is one of my all-time favorites growing up. I'm talking, of course, about Real Genius. It has a great soundtrack and is a ton of fun. In this upbeat story, we see Kilmer as an uber genius who is tasked with creating a laser powerful enough for the Air Force to vaporize any enemy on the battlefield. It's kind of like Kilmer before he was Kilmer. This 1985 film was directed by Martha Coolidge, and it shows us that it's hip to be square.
I can't stand it. Have you ever seen a body like this before in your life?
She happens to be my daughter.
Oh, well, then I guess you have.
And finally, honorable mention number 2 is a 1988 Ron Howard and George Lucas fantasy classic that combined swords and sorcery, which was a big thing at the time. I'm talking, of course, about the one that Disney destroyed a few years ago, Willow. He plays a scoundrel who's a great swordsman in many ways, Mad Mortigan. He's teamed up with Warwick Davis from Star Wars as the titular character and eventually recruits Sorsha, played by Joanne Whaley, who eventually became his real-life wife. It's heartfelt and action-packed, sprinkled with humor to round out the story. Well, here's my list. Val Kilmer, we will miss you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I missed. And as always, keep watching movies.